Hey guys, so I posted a video about 2, 3 weeks ago wanting to get better system designs, and you know what? I have not done a system design question before. I did do a recording yesterday, and I just forgot to record myself, so I'm just gonna do another problem and see how that works. Oh God, what is this? This is bothering me. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to re-record anything. I want to make myself look as bad as possible so I can show my improvement. And in case you guys are trying to find a screen recorder, I would recommend Panopto. I've been trying to find a screen recorder that was easy to use, and I just kind of came to this instead. Like I didn't need to download anything, which was quite nice. So let's just start with some problems. And I have not worked with any of these problems. Yesterday I worked on the URL shortener, and I failed that miserably. But I just want to get another topic out here. So we're going to use a number generator. Oh my god, I can't spell. To 25, and let's just try to figure this out. Number 14. What is question number 14? Oh, okay. Yeah. How to design a web crawler like Google. Oh my god. Okay, I saw web crawler and I was like, nice, this is not going to be that bad. And I see Google. Am I recording myself? I am. Okay. Whew, this is going to be tough. Okay. And I think we have like a walkthrough of it, I guess. This is like the answers to it, so at least I know I'm following the same path. Actually, it's good that I don't really know the answers because ooh, this is actually quite nice. Look at that. I think it's good I don't know the answer because I'm gonna try to do this problem again later on. Okay, so let's get some classic drill.io and kickstart this thing. Oh, this is my Azure function stuff. Let's ignore that. Decide later. Yeah. Okay, so what is the question? A web crawler goes to a website. Oh, and I want to put a time limit. I want to give myself, like, I don't want to do it so long. Whatever, screw it, let's not time myself. How to design a web crawler like Google. A web crawler goes to a website and crawls all links and indexes them, Google, so they can later appear in a search result. And the crawler can also be used for searching a particular file in a set of directories. How do you design such thing? What are the main challenges? And so you can try this problem yourself first, but if you get stuck, then you can also join this. Oh, okay. Well, that's a nice transition. Oh boy, this looks fun. Okay, so I guess it makes sense because I think the way how Google works is that like the more, or it's like I guess Google's intention is to make information more visible to kind of organize the world's information. And so I figure that if your website is already providing links to multiple links, creating that linkage of webs, then Google's going to recommend you higher, I believe. So a web crawler, they say, huh? So okay, so how does and let me remind you that I'm kind of trash at algorithms and data structures, so I need to get better at that. But I do recognize the term index, so let's just copy this and just work with this problem. Okay, so all right, how do we even start? So I guess the first stage is collecting some requirements about this. So I guess my first question for this is the great thing about interviewing yourself is that you can create the answer for it. So I can make this as easy as possible for me. Yeah, but the first question I have is like, so the purpose, so these are not purpose. I'll have one for questions and I'll have one for notes. And so I guess the purpose of this is the purpose of this web crawler is to search the website for links and determine how they appear in the search results. And so my first question is, even though it seems like an obvious one, I just want to make sure I'm on the same page, is that if they have more links, does that mean they appear at the top, I guess? That's like my first question. So if there's more links, does that mean they appear at the top? Or the more links, the higher they go. Right, so there's like a lot of different types of links. So let me think about that. Like there's a lot of links. There's like links that go to different websites. And I think that's it. I didn't go. They go to different websites, but I think these websites can either be, I don't know, like affiliate links, for example. I don't know if I spelled that right. Another thing is, God, do I have to be expanding this? Okay. Affiliate links. It could be to video content. It could just be for another website, I guess. But I guess how we want to organize this is that I could imagine that if Google is trying to search for something, so if I search for cat videos, right? Like I want to essentially have like if I'm going to be recommended a website, like it has to be linked specifically to cat videos, I presume. So like yeah, so I guess it's like the relevance of the cat of the links to the search, right? So if I'm going to search cat videos, I would have to expect this to be videos of the cat link as well. And so that's kind of interesting now. And so okay, so more links the higher they go? No, that's not necessarily true. Like, basically, I think what goes with this is that it's really at the end of the day, whatever the user searches for and how relevant those. I can't spell relevant. It looks like it's right. How relevant those links, whatever user search for. Fast search. Okay. So, all right. If you're searching a particular, so a crawler can also be used for searching a particular file in a set of directories. How do you design such thing? I don't know why my brain can't comprehend that, but like, what do they mean by like a set of directories? Oh, I guess like their own local, like so. I guess like if you go to the public with a web crawler, you're basically getting people's other data and just organizing the links to prioritize their search results. And so I guess when we eventually save that within our own internal directory, how can we search through, or how can our crawler actually quickly get values to determine the search result for those links, for those search of the users, I guess? Huh. Uh, how can a crawler also be used for searching a particular file in a set of directories? I don't know what that means. Particular file? Okay, so I'm hearing like two problems of this. So like basically functionality wise, oh my god. Functionality wise, needs to crawl, go through your website, collect links, and organize them uh, based on content, I guess. And then the other thing is what we want this crawler to do is search through files in a set of directories. Okay. So I think the way I interpret that is basically, so I think like internally when you're searching, so I guess it's like a search engine within your own logo environment. And I guess, how do you search through multiple files for a specific topic, aka like you're searching. So it's like a search for the web and a search for your internal systems. And how do you assign such things? Oh my god, I have no clue what I'm going to do. But you know what? This is going to be interesting. And so I guess the way how I'm imagining this is that we take a website and let's say it has 10 links, and basically oh wow, this is going to be hard because then we have to look into their website to see what links they have. So I think I'm just going to go through one level. Like, I guess technically what the web crawler could do is it could go through that one website, click the link, go to that other website, and then like see what links appear in that website. And so you kind of go through this endless loop. So I could either go through just like the first layer. I think it'd be kind of costly to kind of go through multiple layers, I suppose. Like if I click this link that goes to a cat, and then like this website does show cat content, but then like it might be like for a cat cafe, which then recommends me to restaurants, and then this restaurant just kind of totally doesn't go over the topic of cats that I wanted originally. And so I guess I'm just going to go over one layer of searching the website. So I better write that down. Searching one layer of the link. See how relevant it is. Okay. All right. So that works. What are the main challenges? I think the challenge for this is definitely scalability. I mean, like people build websites every day. You know, I don't really have a unit, but let's just say that. Should I? Nah, I'm just gonna build this. Let's say there's like 500,000 websites built every day. So basically, we have to like search through these things, and sometimes websites do link to other content. So we want to do this as quick as possible. But let's say that each website has 10 links. So basically, we have to search through 5 million links. And so I'm probably being, oh no, how come I can't do this? Oh, there we go. It's 500 website build every day. Each website has 10 links. Build every day. Websites with an S. Even though I'm full of grammar issues here. And each website has 10 links. 5 million links. Okay. Okay. What other index can I use for this? I don't really know how to eyeball consumption usage, but let's just kind of get like the model down, I guess. Okay, so let's do some diagramming on this. So here's a website, right, and it has link 1, it has link 2, and ... It eventually gets to link, right, which is whatever it is. And so our web crawler is going to go to the website, it's going to go through the links, and it's going to try to understand the topics of it. And so I think one of the first challenges is like, how do you look at a website and determine like what type of content it is? And like, I think the way how I will do it, so I kind of remember some basics with like HTML, CSS, but I would say like some of the things that you should prioritize whenever you're looking at HTML is like the H1 tag. So basically we want to see, we want to prioritize on certain HTML tags. And so the one that I want to prioritize are the H1s or any of the H tags, but I would go max to like H3, for example. Okay, or something like that. And I'm thinking through this. So if this is going to lead us to another website, and let's say that this website is so this original website is called The Great Cat Experience. I don't know. And so I would imagine that this would be like, maybe it could be like why I love cats or something. But we can see that, there is some relationship between these websites is that they both have the same word of cats. So I guess the way we could index, I'm gonna oversimplify this, but I'm just gonna do H1 tag. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with it. And so let's say that this thing is wrapped in the H1 tag or something. As you can see, I have a very simple. Oh, and I guess this is like an edge case. Oh, I'm finally thinking of edge cases. This is great. Okay, so edge case wise, I heard there was like cases where people will hide links. Oh wait, actually, it wouldn't even matter if we hide links because we're searching the content of that links. We're not counting the links by quantity. It wouldn't matter if it doesn't match what the user is searching for. And so, yeah, I can ignore that. But I would identify the H1s for these guys. And I want to basically use some sort of algorithm to see which word is relevant to each other. So I guess I'm just going to take each of these words and just put them out there. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm just going to just write this out because I can't think about this in my mind. Oh, wait, I forgot. This is not programming. Okay, but the way I'm imagining this is that I could do that. Let's make this a little bigger. Actually, I can make this bigger. Why should I follow your rules? Haha, now we're talking. And so I guess the way I imagine this is that we're going to take this and we're going to split it up, right? So let's say that this is like our global searching thing that we use. We index it. So I have the, right? Actually, let me think about this. How would I organize this? Would it be object within an object or something? So like, okay, let me just break this down. I'm thinking too early. Let's just slow down and like just think about this step by step. And so, oh my god. So step one is to break down the H1 sentence to separate words and use that as a key. And so we're going to break that down. And so then we have to see in those links, those links also have an H1 that's relevant to that. Actually, maybe I shouldn't just search for the one layer. I think it'd be quite beneficial to search through all the links of that website recursively. So I can like understand how long have I been talking for? Oh, 19 minutes. Oh my god. Wow. This does take longer than I thought. Break down the H1 sentence to separate words and use that as a key. Okay. Wow. Oh. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna search for multiple layers. I forgot how to do recursion, so we're gonna do that. So anyway, if it's the Great Cat Experience, we're just gonna split it up to this. And we're just gonna lowercase them so we don't have to worry about all of that crap. And then we just put them inside here. So it'll just be, hmm. And so I don't want to index everything yet. I think I need to create algorithm to see how repetitive these words actually show up. And so I think the way I want to organize this is actually the word itself. And I want to essentially get the website, and with the website, I want to create some sort of, this is going to be so hard. Let's just like use some Visual Studio or something to write this. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. I'm gonna hide this. Why isn't it create a new file? Oh, I see. Okay, let's just work with this right here. And let's just exit all these notes, save. Okay, sorry. So let's just start working on this. So the way I imagine is that we have a word, and so this word is essentially going to have like a list of websites. And I think it's just going to be an array of websites. So array of strings of websites. And so what these websites are going to contain is some sort of score, right? And so this is kind of where our algorithm comes in. And I think that's it. And then, of course, we need to have like the URL of that website. This is what I'm thinking of. And so this algorithm that I'm thinking that we could actually do for this is basically it's just going to be counting. And so um, I guess, oh, this is kind of difficult. Because like to do this, you need to have like a base for what type of words you want. And so I guess we have to incrementally add new words to our object. We can't have like a solid base of it yet. So I guess the way that this algorithm works is that thinking. Oh my god. It's taking longer than I thought. It's okay. Hmm. The algorithm to solving that is we are going to, so I guess the first thing is that um, we step number one is we look at the H1 tag, split it up, and then we essentially search if those words exist in our object. If not, no, add them to the object. Yes. Uh, Ignore. And start calculation. So then we start doing our calculations. The way how I want this to be calculated is I want to, how do we determine the score? So if I have like a cat video over here, so if I see B, the only the only similarities they have is cats at the end of the day. I guess we can't always base it on words, right? Because like this could be cat, this could be cats. So we have to have some sort of similarities. If I just base it on words completely, then I'm missing out like very valuable like words that are very similar but they are not spelled the same. Oh boy, wow, Google's smart. And so how can I resolve this issue? I guess I can create some algorithm to remove pluralization. Can we do that? Can you unpluralize? I'm pretty sure there's some function that will unpluralize things, right? I mean, there's smart people out there in this world that can do that. That's one solution. The second solution is just really looking at the words and counting their index, like of how similar they are. Yeah, because this will, if I follow this step, like it will create like cats and cats. So I guess I want to look at each one, split them up, and I guess I want to uh, depluralize any word. I'm pretty sure someone has created something for that. So we'll just think of the simplicity and just think of cat and cat. And so now that we have this down, I just have to just count the amount of words for each of these guys. So if it's I don't count any of those. So I guess like the reason why I love cats. And so we have two these over here. So I count one V. So I basically look at all the words and I just start counting them each individually. And so I see one V, and then I basically go to the first next link and then I count the second V for that. So I'm just basically counting each of the words. So count each of the words as I go through each link. And that's basically going to be my score, I guess. My score is just going to be the amount of times that word pops up. And so, for example, so this word "the," right, for this website, right? So this website, actually, I can just use the URL itself, and so I wouldn't have to worry about that. I don't know what else I want to store inside here, but we're going to have an algorithm that's going to count the amount of times "the" pops up, and "the" pops up essentially what 20 times. Let's say 20 times because that's the link over there. So we need another algorithm that is going to see whether or not it does appear higher as in scores, and then we have to like resort them inside the the um, the array, which I guess in our case it's going to be just the array. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to search for it. So it has a score over there, and then basically we just organize the search engine. So whatever the user searches, if they search "the" and then they search cats, we basically just have to look for the URL with the high score as the first index, and we just basically show them those contents. I have no clue what I'm talking about actually, but whatever. Hmm. All right. Uh, how do we sort these things though? If we find a URL that ends up having a higher score, right? Actually, this doesn't make sense because like we're basing. Oh no, it does make sense because I guess if we search this website and we search this website next, we know for sure it's going to have like lower your. It's going to have like less these than that website. Yeah, and then there's going to be situations where, oh, that wouldn't make sense because I could have a link that points back to the other, and we would have similar scores actually, if that is the case. So that actually wouldn't work. And so I think at that point, I just have to do alphabetize them. Ah, this has gone too long anyway. I'm gonna do it whenever I have more time on this, but this was actually a pretty interesting experience. I realize I have a lot to learn. I think this is more of an algorithm data structure type of questions because I didn't even talk about scalability quite yet. So I have a lot to learn, but regardless, I'm just gonna just post this and see how that goes.